In this video, you will learn everything that you need to know about the new update from Meta called Andromeda. But more importantly, I already ran different tests and I will share with you what exactly is working and what you need to avoid. So let's jump into it. First, what is Andromeda in simple terms? Now the platform is using AI system to decide which ads to show people. Before, Meta was picking ads based on broader signals, like you like shoes, for example. Now Meta is looking at millions of ads more intelligently and much faster to find the best fit ads for each person. For example, you like red flip-flops for the beach. And this is done by using machine learning algorithm plus NVIDIA Grace superchip and Hopper superchip. And you can think about that like in the past Meta was using machine learning in their old servers, and now they're using a much better technology in order to be more efficient. And you have to think it like this is a personal shopper who knows what you like exactly. And this is how it looks on a high level view. And more importantly, now the algorithm is upgraded and targets better and faster to connect your ads with the right audience and share the right message by using AI copy enhancements in order to get more people to click on your ads and purchase. So basically the logic behind it is if your ROI goes up, you spend more on ads, and if you spend more on ads, Meta makes more money. This is why they did it. So let me cover how they built it and why exactly they had to make these changes. The thing is, now with Advantage Plus and AI tools, advertisers are uploading huge numbers of creatives, and the old system couldn't handle that scale. So in the past, before the AI tools and before the Advantage Plus options, let's say that 10 million ads were launched per month. Right now the number is like 50 or 80 million, so the system needed to be upgraded. And now Andromeda fixes that by being able to process a much larger pool of ads and picking better matches more efficiently. This means Meta can personalize ads better and faster than before. And the objective is to improve performance by delivering more personalized ads to viewers and maximizing return on ad spend for advertisers. The improvement reported by Meta is between 7 and 22%. And now the creative diversification is the key. But honestly, this is not something new. Like even in the past years, if you had good creatives and different creatives, it was much better. So for me, this is not really a change, to be honest. Like, of course, you have to always double down on your media buying campaign structure, on your creative, and on your offer. These are the three most important components. So what changed right now is that targeting is no longer about dialing detailed interests or lookalikes. Instead, the variety of your ad creatives matters more. And honestly, I'm missing this one because back in time when this was working better, you could pick specific interests or lookalikes that were performing much better than broad targeting, since you can handpick these interests. But unfortunately, this is not the way to do it anymore. And now you have to upload different types of ads, different angles, different formats, different personas, and the more meaningful variety you give to the platform, the better Andromeda can match the right ad to the right person. And Mark shared on a presentation that the ideal number of new ads that you must launch per week is 20. But keep in mind that this is applicable for top 1 advertisers only. So if you're spending less than 100,000 per month, your number should be lower than 20 for sure, and you need to focus on quality. Now, the campaign structure is getting much simpler. Andromeda changed how we should build campaigns, and you have to stop chasing for the perfect combination. The best ad depends on the person. Broad targeting works best. You have to let Andromeda do the targeting for you, and you have to use Advantage Plus defaults because this is how the algorithm prefers to optimize. So you need to have fewer ad sets with more creatives per ad set and focus your energy on making great ads, not complicated advertising structures. And more importantly, of course you need great ads, but also you need great offers. So always think through what you can improve on your offer, because that way your ads will convert better. And in short, you have to simplify campaigns and have diverse creatives. About the performance impact, Meta claims about 8 to 22% increase in advertising ROI on average. However, your results will depend on the creative quality, product offer, and seasonality, not just the algorithm. And better personalization equals higher chance of engagement and conversions. And if your ads are not working, usually it's a creative issue or offer issue, or maybe it's seasonality. What I see with other platforms is that honestly Meta is the best in terms of having the ability to scale and targeting the right people, so it's always about the creative and the offer itself. Now, the ad limits are also changing. In the past, you can use up to 6 ads per ad set, and this rule is outdated. The reason why this rule even existed is because even if you had 10, 20 or 30 ads, only 1 or 2 were getting the ad spend. And this is not true anymore. You can have 20, 30 or even 50 ads. And to give you an example, in one of my campaigns, I have one campaign with 26 ads inside, and now many of them are getting spendings and they're getting pretty good results. So instead of focusing on having many ad sets, many audiences, just focus on your creatives and you'll get a much better outcome based on what I see right now. And what you need to know is that you need to have diverse ads that speak to different people and situations. You have to simplify your campaign structure to free up time for creative work, and don't blame the algorithm if results are weak. Test new concepts, new offers, and iterate. And as a quick recap, Andromeda is basically a supercharged ad matcher. It doesn't replace good marketing. It rewards advertisers who give it more creative variety. And if you adapt your strategy, you can take advantage of it. And before the update, if you had many ads in one ad set, usually 1 or 2 were getting off the budget and you had to turn them off if you wanted other ads to get ad spend. Now Meta is testing more ads at the same time in each ad set, and you have to analyze your audience segments and be careful. And this is a big one, because sometimes Meta is spending the ad budget on existing customers and engaged audiences, and you want your cold traffic campaigns to spend 90% of the budget on cold traffic with new customers only. So to give you an example, in 2 different accounts, in one of them, from $5,100 in ad spend, we had only $1,400 on new audience, compared to another campaign in which we have most of the budget being spent on new audience. And to achieve this, you must exclude your web traffic and purchasers on cold traffic campaigns. This is very, very important. You want most of your budget on cold traffic to be on new audience. And another thing is that in the past, every video that I launched had 3 hooks. Now Meta wants us to launch 3 unique videos compared to the same video with 3 hooks. So focus on creating different video ads, different images, instead of making small changes. And again, the reason why this update was launched is because there are way too many new AI ads and the Meta algorithm basically can't catch up. And targeting audiences with interests and lookalike is pointless. Focus on running everything on broad, because the targeting itself happens on the creative level. You need more quality ads that are unique in order to scale, and focus on your creative, but also focus on your funnel and on your offer. And from what I shared earlier, Mark Zuckerberg suggested 20 new ads per week, but honestly this is way too much in my opinion for most people. It's way more important to focus on quality ads than on quantity, so keep that in mind. And you also have to mix ad creative types into one campaign. Different people consume different content, so you have to mix like reels, images, carousels, like different video ads from different people. Like you need diverse creative in your ad sets, like in your campaigns in this case. You have only one ad set. Don't have many ad sets, especially for cold traffic. And let me cover a few myths about the Andromeda algorithm that I see in the community. So the first one is that Meta broke the performance in September. This is not true at all. Andromeda update was rolled out gradually since January. So September is usually a weak month for ecom due to seasonality, not because of the algorithm change. The second myth is we must keep all ads in one ad set or launch completely different ads in each ad set. This is completely wrong. Now Andromeda is seeing all ads in the system and their location doesn't matter. So from what I have tested myself, it doesn't matter if you have one campaign, 20 ad sets with 20 creatives, like one per ad set, or you have one campaign, one ad set and 20 ads inside. The performance is the same. So I wouldn't recommend using more than one ad set, especially for broad. The third myth is that you need to launch many new ads each month to feed Andromeda. This, in my opinion, is completely wrong. What matters is quality, not quantity. Focus on getting great ideas with relevant messaging, and the number of new creatives should be dependent on the budget and the actual success rate, not a fixed number. It's much better to launch 10 winning ads than to launch 100, from which only 5 are converting. So always focus on quality. The fourth myth is that we must cut ads after 3 or 4 days because Andromeda is optimizing much faster. Keep in mind, Meta is using a weekly pacing model. The first few days are not indicative. Many products have longer customer buying journeys, so stopping ads too early might kill potential winners. And you need to focus again on content diversification. This was true in the past, it's true now. I think the only big difference is honestly you just have to put more ads together in the ad set compared to just having many ad sets. And even in the past, all of these were converting and were important. You can test founder story, you can test your brand against your competition, before and after, product demo, customer testimonials, AI ads, features and benefits, face to camera, whitelisting, UGC. All of these are converting, but now you have to just mix them in one ad set. And always focus on your global ROI. You need to be looking into how much you are spending on marketing and what is your total return, instead of just looking at your in-platform metrics. And to give you an example of how I do it, like you can make something similar for yourself, of course, you have to look into your daily ad spend against your daily revenue. And you have to calculate very closely what exactly is going on. And after the update on Andromeda actually, for this account, we are getting much better results. So basically our global ROI is 3 for the month, but for the past few days it's like 4 or 5 or even, I don't think we have 6, but it's close to 6 here. So you have to like structure the campaigns in the exact way that the algorithm wants them, and then you have to track closely what exactly is going on in each day, how much you spent on Meta, how much you spent on Google, how much you spent on TikTok if you're using this channel, what is your website conversion rate, meaning how good is your offer, and what is your total sales. So you have to run your business by the numbers and focus on implementing these changes that I discussed on this video in order for you to increase your revenue, but more importantly, increase your profit.